We met at a party.
I was go-go dancing.
I had wires in my hair, a translucent net shirt, plastic glossy pants.
Wild, raw, Scandinavian sex goddess with a sort of punky edge and slightly mysterious.
The mother of your future children, right?
Luscious accent.
He looked like a businessman. And and he was very friendly. And I thought it could be nice to hang out with him.
And I took you to the climbing gym
Oh,
so
I
I could
remember
show you
that.
my ripped,
Yeah, that was
veiny
nice. That was
forearms and upper back. But what
I was
what
a wimp. I was a wimp. He forced me to climb the walls. He was standing down there shouting at me, "Come on, you can do it! You can do it!" And I could barely do it.
And when I was driving her home, I remember that as I often do, I get lost in my own neighborhood. So I took a wrong turn. I was a little nervous, you know, sexy woman in the car, first date. And Katja immediately realized that we had taken a wrong turn and said, you know, where are you taking me? Where are we going? Which I didn't have any untoward motives or plans, but you know, it was almost as if I could hear the Glock cocking inside her purse. You know, it's just like, one more wrong turn, motherfucker. I'm gonna blow your head off. So I knew I was dealing with a woman of character, a person of great strength and integrity and honor.
When he left, and I missed him a lot. And he wrote really wonderful letters.
Oh, right away, as soon as I saw that hair and those plastic pants.
Alex took me on this really romantic journey
Yeah,
to the center.
I booked a flight to.
We almost went to Tahiti, right?
It was too expensive.
It was too expensive.
I had to buy a camera, so we went to this Mexican village called Ajijic, and I pulled out my little tiny. I bought a very nice ring, but with a very small diamond, and I guess I was on my knees.
Yeah, you were.
I think I had my shirt off, and I asked her if she would marry me.
It was really nice to get that kind of commitment from Alex. I felt really good about that. It made me feel really safe, and I think that it has impacted our relationship a lot.
I had no idea what I was getting into, but I felt like I owed her the commitment.
We come from two different cultures. We at that time lived in a third culture, and so how do you know?
On that trip, we conceived our first, our daughter, Tekla.
Communication. Not that we do that greatly all the time, at all, and sometimes we have great self-distance too, so we can kind of laugh at ourselves.
I'm better at that than she is. We share a sense of adventure and curiosity, and I think we admire that in each other. So we bring things into each other's lives and people into each other's lives that keep us growing. And I would also say that the glue, like with any couple that's been together for more than a few weeks or months, is the road that we've traveled together. So there's a tremendous amount of shared life that we have, including moving to another country, having 2 children, changing careers. In my case, it was all things that we've done together and that keep us. Well, I think through those things we've learned more about each other, and we've also suffered and grown together as individuals and as a couple. She's very loving and caring for the people in her life, not just me, but our children, but really just anyone in our circle. She's much more attuned to people really than I am. It's nice to have someone who's actually paying attention to stuff like that, because I tend to get lost and mired in detail. So that's the best thing about Katja. She's a wonderful mom too. I mean, it's sort of all wrapped up in the same.
I like the way he pushes me to learn new things, and I like to talk to him about what I learn and what I go through, get his perspective on things. I like his self-distance. I think that really helps me and him and us and our kids to kind of enjoy each other more and accept each other more for who we are. It's really great. We have 2 kids, Tekla and Elio. But they take a lot of time and they distract us a lot. So it's hard to have a kind of an ongoing conversation. They're 4 and 6, so it's getting better. But that way it changes. They also brought so much meaning into our life, I think, to me anyway. And
reason to get up in the morning, for sure. Daddy! Daddy, come here now! That'll get you up. I would say wait. Especially I would say that for people that are still in their teens or early 20s, because I think a lot changes in life between the ages of 15 and 25, and then a lot more changes between 25 and 35. So I feel like I certainly knew more about what I wanted in a partner at 35 than I possibly could have known at 25. And I think that at that later age, you have a greater sense too for who's out there, because you've met that many more people, and so that sharpens your sense for what kind of relationship you see for yourself. And
you know, things changes when you're a couple all the time, and you just have to be open to it and learn from it. And whether you're 15 and getting involved with somebody, or 35 with 10 partners or more behind you, or like you work with what you have and you learn from it.
And there are things that seem like obstacles that can actually end up guiding you or inspiring you or forcing you to work harder or dig deeper, or just stay put, as opposed to take off. And that can make a big difference at critical points in a life or in a relationship, in a marriage. I guess what I'm saying is, don't assume that every obstacle or every constraint or every limitation is negative. It can be quite positive.